And that is how it works on the Wednesday afternoon when the man who says on the Bumbo Show comes. And that man is Calufarella, meaning snake and laugh, you know. That's my name. Or you call me Nyale One Tokau.
SpaceLiberia.com.
Nyale One Tokau means the palm nut seed, the palm nut. Those of us who grew up in the interior, like me, who grew up in Sanoye district, in a little village called Yanukwale, just 20 minutes a drive from Totota, you know what I'm talking about. We knew how to cut palm nut. So Nyale One Tokau means the palm nut seed on the head of the cat. Only the stupid rat can play around the rat. It is a stupid rat that plays around a palm nut seed. I'm here this evening. I'm here this afternoon. How are you listening? Where you listen from? You are welcome. I'm one of the happiest person today. I'm one of the happiest persons today. You know why? Our soldiers have been serving in a military mission in Mali. They have started arriving. The large bus arrived this month. The very last one arrives on December, the end of December. There's another group that arrived today. What my friends call Aloysius Bono is on that mission. I will talk about that mission later. But I'm happy to be back in the country. Oh yes, so many things to talk about. There are some young people who have grouped themselves to clean the city of Monrovia. They said the city was filthy. All the villages were clogged, they said. And I see them in their yellow jackets. Everywhere. And they are doing extremely well. They call themselves volunteers. They want to make the city clean before the inauguration of Joseph Newman Boakai. I will talk to them for a few minutes. I'm also blessed. I'm blessed, you know. Every time I pass by some of them, when I slow down the car, I will take some money and give it to them. They buy water. And I urge every Liberian, if you are driving or walking, those guys who you see on your yellow jacket on them cleaning the street, and they have their parking the sand from the road, and you have $5-10, give it to them. Let them buy water, they're doing well. This is a patriotic duty. It's a patriotic duty. You must give to them, help them. Look, it doesn't take you anything. Sorry for that. It doesn't take you anything. Give them what you have. It's a $10, it's a $50, it's a $100. Give it to them. Let it buy water and drink. I don't know how it came about, but there's a man called Osho. He works at the Liberia Broadcasting System. He's part of that. He will tell me how he started. I will talk to them for 30 minutes or so. Welcome to the Bumbo Show. There is a Liberian in the United States of America. Mr. Gilman, who I spoke to the other day from the States, The man said he want to be a city mayor of Monrovia. And he said to me, Jala, I will contribute $100,000 to the government coffers to say that I'm serious. I'm not buying a job. What I'm doing is contributing to the government of Liberia sources, the new government. He said, if I wanted to do it in the other way, I will go underground and go Bravo. This one not Bravo. I'm giving it to the Liberian people through the Central Bank of Liberia. Let me say, Mayor Monrovia, I will provide 60,000 jobs in a year. In 6 years, rather. He said, I will bring companies, fertilizer companies. Those that you see in the city of Monrovia, where the people say they get family, they will run away with a dad. They say, can't take it from who make, I will have the time to talk to him again. Liberians, listen. By 5-something, 5:30, maybe 5:15 or so, I will talk to Gilman. He said, I want the Liberian people to ask me questions. As of calling me, how does this man intend to do this thing? Let me say good afternoon to my brother and friend, Mr. Emmanuel Dan, representative elect of District 7, and he was my former television director when I managed Love FM and Love TV. I'm so proud of you, Emmanuel Dan. Welcome to the show. So let me pray because I don't see anybody here yet. Osho is here. I will talk to Osho for a few minutes. Usually we come and ask the omnipotent, the omniscient, Jehovah Yahweh. We ask him in prayer to bless our country. Bless Liberia, bless all Liberians. And the guys who do it are the guys who come from the Raw Broadcasting Department. I don't say any of them. As it was done yesterday, I will pray for the country. I will pray for the President George Weah. I will pray for the incoming President Joseph Nyeman Boakai. I will pray for all elected and appointed officials of government in this studio and pray for all Liberians just in 30 seconds. Or 30 seconds or 1 minute. Kwaku ngumon plan wu ga follow. Unu namui ka ngliswi kwa imaleke ya ga ikumante gupo. Kwa ilashe amawa ila mawai. Kwa imaleke kwa pele komu. Kwa wole komu. Kwa wole komu. Kwa imaleke ya ga ikumante gu Liberia. Ku kon la ma Liberia, ku lo ida ma Liberia. Bomante Liberia po. Bomante ku president na import agama Joseph Nyeman Boakai. Bomante agbebu be po. Na mo vodi kanan vodi nuka. Njang nganye kula jengchu ngare Joseph Boakai po. Nula katu. Bomante Joseph Boakai po. Bomante Joe po. Mene na ro ga no isui e man lelaka ala gade gane kwa ga ba kwa e maleke age ile jete bo li jete Joseph Boakai po daloto age man lelaka na isu King Solomon da King David diga Israel wa isu the pala the common di malaka dia bomante Israel e po ik model Israel e po bomante Liberia po ku president nai bomante e bo aga malaka ba ku president aga gbo shui aga leader ma George Weah bomante e bo no ngara ba da pa Joseph Boakai pol bol ba ngai bomante de po aga de malaka ba kwa malaka aga nangara aga iman lelaka no isuba kulo ya wora pa dama ku koko ba kulan pu ka nang kunu pa ba to no power. Can be I can oh Nanka no issue. Inga Krana. Ipa president. Ellen Johnson Repa. Akrana. Joe Apa Akrana. Juso Baga Pai. Gulang Lolman Sa Lolman Ben Daka Day boy. Quite Malaka gay Pomate. Joseph Baga Po. Again Malaka. Quite Malake. Again if Monteculepo. Quamo no nasu. Nanasu. The Monalasu. A war, a cut. And it's one of the most difficult things to do in your dialect. I don't know what Usher does that. But he prays in the crew vernacular. I will give the guys few minutes. They've been progressing and I know they've been on all the radio stations talking about the clean up campaign. And I said to you guys, if you are driving, anytime you see the guys with the green jackets on them, they didn't have to have green jackets. We have people clean the street in the evening or the morning hours. Just stop getting $100. It doesn't take anything from you.
I love to GP.
Nigga baga. Nanu akile wundi baga. Mr. Joseph Nebe Molu is an engineer in Liberia. He thinks road construction under President Joseph Boakai will also be better, just as Joshua has done. We'll talk to Mr. Nebe later for a few minutes. It's just in line what Osho is coming to say here about road maintenance. If I drive around the freeway, the dice are all in the villages. My friend Timothy Palace, let me welcome my old man, the chairman, Chairman Colley, former Chairman Colley of Christian Community. He wants to come out again, Chairman, and he is the president of the Black Workers Union at the U.S. Embassy. Chairman Avra Colley, how you doing? So every time I drove and I saw, look, Timothy Pons and I sat in the studio, he made some advancements and said, let us do this one. But you know, Liberian people, I don't know what they're thinking. They're thinking, you know, how they can think. How will you eat your food, your palm butter, your cassava leaf, you eat it and put that into the bag and you walk and go to the child to go drop it in the drainage? That's what I've done in this country. That road, that Jibani freeway, was started by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf with Joseph Boakai as vice president. When they left, George Rakim, he ended it. It was dedicated before the eye of the U.S. ambassador and other institutional international partners. But go and see how you have been in the last 2-3 years. It's clocked around Jikota, over there. When you're driving, right around where Blajina. The water sits in that place between Jikota, St. Francis Junction and that of MVDC. That place is like a river. But there are people who have taken their time to say, we'll go and clean those areas. Ahead of Joseph Boakai's inauguration. Omer Ase Colley is a witness. The man who I just mentioned from the U.S. Embassy as a Black Workers president. He drives on our road every time. He lives in my community. And let me say thank you to Mr. Colley. He is one of the guys who have been facing our roads. The Balakri road, they're making it with their hands. I saw you on the Kale road, they're doing it. But again, it's a national call. It doesn't need anyone to come and come and help us. If you are volunteer, come and help the people. Let me talk to Osho for a while. Osho, how you do?
Good afternoon, my
Mr.
brother. How
Wiapla,
you doing? Yeah. So,
is that the last
you
of
know,
Wiapla?
yeah. Thank you very much. When I'm doing my official duty, I go by Alexander Wiapla.
Wiapla, Alexander
And
Wiapla.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
that the also name is just son.
I know.
If I want to introduce you that name, so that those who know you will know that
We
you're
know.
here.
Okay.
Alexander Wiapla will come later.
All right. All
But
right.
that Wiapla didn't say give you half of me so.
Man, cool member. Cool. Man, cool.
More clappy.
Mon crappy. Say that I'm telling you.
Oh, chocolate botio. But man, let me have you, man. How did this group come about? I see you guys in the street cleaning the street SYZ. How did it come about? What you guys are doing?
So firstly, we are on an umbrella called the JMB JKK Inauguration Volunteers, and this umbrella was initiated by the president elect because we had people trying to volunteer their services to clean Liberia before January 22nd. So he thought it wise that in his wisdom that we should have a group that coordinates all auxiliaries, all groups that are trying to clean the city, so that it can be well put together. So he initiated this group that is headed by John Sheru Siafa, who is the national coordinator for the JMB JKK Inauguration Volunteers. So we have been coped with the task to give the cities a facelift. When I say the cities, I mean from Margibi, Prince City, Monrovia City, Providence City, facelift. So we have the task to make sure the city have a very, very good facelift before the inauguration comes January 22nd, and we are doing that. And John, to be frank with you, I'm very glad to say that Liberian people, for me to see Liberian people trying to volunteer for free,
No money.
no money, for free to clean their country. It blows me away. It blows me away because to see people trying to clean the city because they want to see the city clean. Because this is no secret. The city is filthy, and we thought it wise to do something about it because we can't have strangers coming in our country, seeing our country filthy like what it is right now.
So how did you start to recruit these people?
So
Did you just place an announcement on the radio, or they saw you in the street trying to clean the street? They came to join you, or what happened?
So this is what happened. Liberian people, in their own wisdom, in themselves, they say it is there. So come January 22nd, they want to see the city have a beautiful facelift. So some started on their own, and the president-elect initiated us to take on the task to coordinate all these groups that are coming out, make sure they have tools, make sure they have water to drink, make sure if there's any health hazard, we are there to take care of that, and make sure they're coordinated properly. Because he don't want, this thing coming up and people, just doing things without no control. So that's why the JMB JKK volunteers are spearheading the entire thing.
Now, as you speak, how many volunteers do you have?
So I cannot put a number to that. We have over 6,000 volunteers. So this is how it works. We have volunteers in every community, from the RIA straight to Central Monrovia, from Central Monrovia straight to Bow side. So we have volunteers in the community working. We have volunteers, on the street of Monrovia trying to clean the street of Monrovia. We have volunteers who's working just to take the stockpile of dirt that have been piled on the dirt on the street for a long time. And we have something something called in waste management called the backlog. So the backlogs are stockpile of dirt that is piled up in the communities, and that people have not taken out of those places. So the stockpile has been there and it's very, very huge. So we are working alongside the two cities, Pinsville City and Monrovia City, to help clean, to help take out the stockpiles. In Pinsville City, the city have been very, 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 very helpful to us in these things, because we are volunteers. We don't have the logistics to do these things.
How then do you dispose of those dikes you're cleaning?
So that's a very, very great question. So what is happening right now? First of all, like I said, we are collaborating and we are supporting the two cities, the two municipalities, Pinsville City and Monrovia City. So they have trucks, they have equipment, so they help us. We fill those trucks, and then we take the dye off the street and take it to the landfill in Wintown. But we have doing all these things. We have challenges. Look, Jala, when you're not in the situation, you don't understand what is going on until you venture in the situation. We have lot of challenges when it comes to what we are doing. Namely the equipments. We need the dump trucks. We need front end loaders. We need a D8 caterpillar machine to be able to clear space in Wintown, so that the dirt that we are picking up on the street to be able to take it to the landfill. And if we don't do that, all the dirt that we're taking on the street, there will be nowhere to put them. So the challenges that we are facing.
So the Wintown area is already full, or what?
Wintown area is nearer closure. So what we have to do is we need a D8 or D6 caterpillar machine to be able to compress the dirt that is on that field right now, to be able to create space for the ones that we are bringing in. And we have another challenges with the transfer stations, but I'm sure we're going to get there. We are asking everybody, well-known Liberians, well-known companies, to come and donate to us, because we are challenged. You can't have volunteers in the street working, and you can't be able to give them water to drink. You can't be able to give them tools to be able to.
And just what I stated, there are some Liberians driving their vehicles. They drink the water and drop plastic bags outside.
Yes.
And they see Liberians who are doing those things. They will see the people working. They didn't even get a facility, say buy water.
Yes.
And this is a patriotic call, and I respect it. And I know that what you guys are doing is very good.
And you know, firstly, I must give this institution a hands up, because they decided to work with us. Have radio shows and to air our jingle for free. So this is it's welcoming to us as volunteers. So that we can help make this country what it's supposed to be, because every sector is needed. We need to communicate to people that, please do not throw dirt in the street. You need to find somewhere suitable in your community to put the trash, and then the trash can come and be picked up from there and take it to the landfill. Because look, Jala, when we were coming up, we never saw dumper in the streets. We had dumpers behind the houses, in the corners, and stuff like that. But nowadays, everything on the street. So we have to educate people that, please do not bring dirt on the street. We have to be each other watchdogs in the community. I watching Jala. If Jala take devil and put on the street, I will go to Jala and tell Jala that, please do not do that, because it's very, very, very bad for our health.
But nobody cares.
Nobody cares. So we have a lot of work to do. It's very, very challenging, and we are facing the task, because we want Liberia to be nice. We want Liberia to be good, where people can come and say, yes, this country is what it's a place to be. Like the president-elect said, he wants to make Liberia a place where, when people see your passport and say you're from Liberia, they will very, very respect it. And that's what we are all fighting for.
Are the guys who are heading this program from the United States of America, or just from Liberia?
Oh, so this team is the team comprises of everybody. We have people from the United States, we have people from Liberia, but the national coordinator is from right here. A regular Liberian person who tried to help take the president-elect dream to reality.
Well, as a question for the other listener, somebody, They mess with you. Russia. So I think they man, what do you get like, brother?
No, but let's be fair. Let's be fair. Liberians are all over the world. Liberians are all over the world. In you know, and some people want to come back home and contribute a quota to their country. So you can't say, oh, because you know the men from the men living in America and you don't contribute a quota to Liberia and say, oh no, but I mean speaking to you, no, you can't do that. This is the only country that we have. It's the only place we call home. So we all have to fight to make it what it's supposed to be. And we have numbers, you know, that people can donate to. We have numbers that people can call if you want. If you want to be a volunteer, we have number that you can call. So
you announce that number.
Yeah.
I want to just interact with the public for 5 minutes.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
They call. Then after 5 minutes, you leave. You leave 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, you leave.
No problem.
I'll read the comments coming in. Marvin Page is watching us. Akwe Zulu Nicholas. C. Kanaka Appleton. Dominic Waller. My brother and friend Dominic Waller is watching me. People, how you do? I saw your text message and I saw your comment you sent to me on Facebook. I'm watching from Banga City. Thanks to the volunteers. James Dennis says that. Let me go and then see something quickly, my brother. Let me see. So Dominic Waller, you are welcome. Evangelist Tolu, I'm following for Zulu Whiskey. Thanks for the show, big brother. Kanaka Aberton, James Dennis, watching from Banga City, Bon County. Chris Silly is watching me. Chris Silly watching me from somewhere in the USA. He said from North Dakota. Marvin Page, I welcome. But let me just open the line for a few minutes, for I think 5 minutes. Then Usher takes his leave. Then I bring an engineer, Joseph Neme Molu, who thinks that Joseph Boakai, he has emphasized the issue of roads. Just as President we are said the same about road. He is an engineer by profession, and he thinks that the initiative taken by President Weah can be continued by Joseph Boakai just by his pronouncement that in 100 days, no car will hitch in the mud or will be stuck up in the mud. I will bring engineer Joseph Ndebe Molu very soon. Let me take calls for 5 minutes, 20 minutes to 5 o'clock, then I'll let it go. 0805140096. 07705605660. If you want to volunteer with the guys where Usher comes from, or you want to make a contribution, or you want to say thank you, just call those numbers I've asked. Let me take the first caller from here. Hello, welcome. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Griffey, the Chief.
Yes, welcome. How are you?
Yes, I would like to salute your student guests that will view this event. As I said, how's to you, sir? There's a very common news that first of all, my friends as Daba are calling for Rebecca County, Facedown City to be precise.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, I would like to thank the Chief in studio this evening for the land liberation for watching us, saying that it is so good that we as a society of Liberia, we need to take up the initiative of our own thing, because we have much that the country will get our name will be spoiled all around. So at least it is quite sufficient that to hear such a good news.
Okay, thank you so very much. Hello, the next caller.
Yes, okay, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Where do you call from, sir?
Okay, I'm calling you from River G County.
River G County. How prepares River G for the inauguration of Joseph Nyewa Boakai? Are you guys getting up? Even though I noticed some Eastern people voted the way they voted for George Weah, but are you guys getting up now?
Well, I can really speak to the issue of inauguration. The euphoria here now is the county meet. There's a major euphoria.
No, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about what happened in that cleanup campaign. Are you cleaning up River G County? The cities there now so that when they do inauguration.
I was setting meals at the pier on many of our radio station guys. We're doing 3 radio stations here, and they are encouraging us to clean our surroundings, clean the city, give the city a facelift. So cleaning up is ongoing.
All right, we'll talk about the county meeting. Yeah, let's not talk about it now because I don't have much time for that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right, sir. The county meet, we'll talk about county meet, but when it comes to this one, I will just talk about the process we're talking about inauguration. Hello.
Yeah, good day.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, this is people I'm calling for duty number 5 in Batala.
From Batalala, Bon County.
Yeah, I called to appreciate the skill of them for the celebration this evening. Thank you so much for the level of what you people are doing. You know, to do vital way, it takes a man to do that. So I just called to apply you people and encourage other people in the black community to work like the way you're working. Our celebration can be unique.
All right. Thank you so very kindly for that. Let me go to this line. Take a call again from this line. Hello, welcome. You are on the Bumper Show.
Thank you very much, Jala. My name is Prince Escawo Jr. Calling from Western Bell.
Prince Kawe Jr., let's hear you.
Let me say a bit the senior guest. You see, Jala, issue of volunteerism. I think it'll be better for us now to remove the political angle and introduce it into our national policy.
Mm-hmm.
I can remember from 2013 to 2016, I served as a national youth volunteer. One of the Millennium Youth and Sports program where they were there recruiting professionals, young graduates, sending them to the red countries and other stuff. So with this now, I would appreciate, I would recommend to this government to continue with that process. It should not only do about a clear of a city. We appreciate it for that. But other professional setting where you have some strategies to also look in that area that indeed they can create, they can revamp that program on the Military Youth and Sport.
Thank you so very kindly. Thank you. You made your points. Other guys have to come in. And let me announce to the Liberian people. That the first indigenous radio station, we call it language radio, will be dedicated on the auspices or on the signature project of Estelle Liberty Camus with 5 of our deputies. While we're here at LBS, it was only 99.9. We revamped all of the stations in the southeast and everywhere. We brought a music radio called 9.9 called Metro FM. Before the inauguration, there will be there's a radio station is called Joseph Flomo. Joseph Flomo, hold on, I'm coming to you. Hold on, yeah. So it's called. There's a first indigenous radio station. It's 97.7. It's on test transmission. Start listening to it now. It will be dedicated before Joseph Boga comes to power. So honor our administration as a management. LBS. Besides 99.9, we brought two radio stations here, which is an entertainment radio station called 99.9. It's called Metro. The other one is called, we've given him, but we call it the indigenous radio station. All the Dallas, Peleo, Loma, Banio, Kisio, Grebo, Crew, whatsoever, Gio, Mano, it will be spoken on this radio 24 hours. If you not hear no one English on it, we don't want to bring the radio station. So right now, one test transmission is 97.7. Listen to it, give your feedback. This is a legacy that this management said we will do. And we have thought that we'll do more than what we did. So this is why I'm saying to you, please monitor 97.7 and give us a feedback. That is a project undertaken by this management. Please listen to it. Let me hear you, my brother. How are you? Oh, Christiana Flomo, yeah. Gaba. My man, when you go to Metro English, oh, you told you on the language radio now? Yeah, on the language radio, on test transmission, but your file is 97.7.
When you do my program, you send me a full telephone number over the orange. They will do something.
Just calling no more. You calling? They know we are no more in the phone yet. Just calling.
Now when I call you,
my man calling no more. Other people want to talk. Let me come and go from here. They may time finish. Let me take one more call, then I'll go to Mr. Alexander Wuyapla, the crewman. My friend will be. Hello.
Jara.
Reduce that money there. Yes, it's okay.
Good evening, Jara.
Good evening, sir. Welcome. How are you?
My name is Elijah Kennedy.
Elijah Kennedy is son of Ira Kennedy.
Dear Kennedy, younger brother.
Oh, you Ira Kennedy, younger brother?
Yeah.
Wow. The voice is very similar.
I pop on around
The voices are similar, brother.
Obviously, the President Elijah community.
Okay.
The initiative about going Jara, like the government institute, but the poor all on the street. I see young people in the street cleaning the streets. But my disappointment comes as to whether they will maintain the expectation because voluntary listening, like the other caller just called, we started voluntary listening working for the university. I went to Tamatila Public School where I sat as a volunteer to Tamatila Public School and 4 years later, okay, so I talked there. The volunteer working for the university. And we did it under the Ministry of Youth and Sport when they had that program. There are pretty much when you come from university to leave the city and go to places that you have never been in your life. So it's a good initiative. We want to commend them on the process. But like we said, we don't want after the inauguration to get the street, they're asking for money, they're asking for benefit and all the kind of stuff. So we decide to take that listening. We're willing mind. Thank you ever so much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Mr. Elijah Kennedy. Thanks so very kindly.
It's a
pleasure.
Let me say welcome to you, Vanilla Nelson, watching from Vajima City, Lofa County. See Kanaka Aberton watching us from Phoebe area in Bond County. Moses T. Stopperfield is watching us from somewhere in Bond County. While Vivian Nyimande Nyense says good morning. Let me go to Osho. Mr. Wapla to close up. You listen to the callers just in 1 minute. Can you close up?
Yeah. Firstly, let me announce the numbers. You know, to be if you want to be a volunteer, that you can call. So we have two numbers you can call if you want to be a volunteer. One is 0887.
Volunteer mean they're not paying you.
Not free.
Not free where?
You're working for your country. Not free.
Yeah, you can provide food for the boss. Small food.
Amen. We can give people at least water and lay something to eat.
Yes,
That's the reason why.
Miss Snacks also ever.
So what we do is we provide food and feeding.
Okay.
Yeah, food and
I
feeding.
go walking.
I go walking. I mean, you know, like when people are red,
And they can walk very good.
Like when people are red business, so I get them resting. Yeah, and then plus we give tools for people to work with, and we are very very grateful
No
to people.
small transportation, sir.
No. We are very no. There's no transportation because the way we arrange this is if you live in Lover Street, the Lover Street working.
Okay.
So if you know again, you go right back to your house.
We don't go to work Freeport.
No. You're not going Freeport. You're not going Broad Street. If you work in Lover Street, if you live in Lover Street, you work right around Lover Street and go right back to your house. That's how it is. So I was announcing the numbers to call is 0887 333 161. Again, 0887 333 161. And for Orange, is 0772 307527. Once again, 0772 307527. And for our mobile money number, if you want to donate to us, is 0881 480051. And for the Orange money, I'll go over the Lonza money one more, 0881 480051. And for the Orange money is 0079809270. And we also have a bank account that was created for this purpose. The bank account.
Yeah, get some money in that bank now.
People are donating.
Okay.
People are really donating. And the bank account name is JMB 2023. And the bank is GT Bank. So I'll just announce the number lastly. The bank account number is 203328 2033-2891-9210. Once again, 2033-2891-9210. And that's GT Bank.
Thank you. Thank you also.
Thank you for having me, my brother.
Mr. Alexander Webler.
Thank you very much for having me.
It's part of the JKK and JMB cleanup campaign team.
Yeah, inauguration volunteers.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for having me, my brother.
Mr. Joseph Nebe Molu, our engineer, is my next guest. And I've introduced him with a Gbani song, a song for Gbani land. The last time I was in Lofa County was about 5 months ago. And I was in Kolahun district, just by the roadside. An intellectual center built by Momo Savakpoto was being dedicated at the time when his hands were raised by Thomas Pangai Fala. And the Gbanipo called Peter Bagi were playing drums. We ate and it got tired. And the why enjoying the drummy in that drum is on the skin I can eat. I'll just chop it with my hand. I'll eat my hand out there. This is ERBC Radio. Welcome back to the show. It's on ERBC Radio. And we'll talk to him for about 25 minutes. Then I'll go to the USA and talk to my friend and brother, the man who wants to be a mayor of the city of Monrovia. We talked the other day, and he said to me, Jala, I will contribute $100,000, and that is going to the government coffers as my contribution as a young man. It goes to the Central Bank of Liberia. But all I want to come and serve as mayor of the city of Monrovia. I'll provide 6,000 jobs every year. Before Joseph Boakai leaves power, 6,000 times 6. He said, I would do it. Mr. Oscar Brown, good afternoon. Good afternoon, my brother. And I hope you're doing well. The director at the Ministry of Youth and Sports, Honorable Oscar Brown, how are you? So he said, I would do this because I want for Liberians to be employed. Those who don't have skills, I will employ them. Then I will bring people who will be for the last for the country. And the other group can provide 7,500 jobs every year. And I will talk to Mr. Gilman again for today again. He said to me, I want to interact with Liberian people. Let them ask all the questions they have. All the questions they have, let them answer, I will answer them. I will speak to Gilman for maybe 20 minutes. Then I will have the phone lines activated. You can call and ask all the questions. Somebody say, they may bragging, you want brag. So if they may want to brag, you want to brag somebody in the government to be city mayor, you will put $100,000 in somebody in the government coffers. No. That make a part behind, they can go under the crown and go and get up under somebody. Say take it. But $100,000 for a job? No, man, I'm gonna do plenty. But I see there's some realistic. He's somebody who you can see realness in his voice. I will talk to him later. Let me welcome Mr. Joseph Nebe Molu. Mr. Molu, welcome.
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Jala. I'm happy to be here.
Who is Mr. Joseph Nebe Molu?
My name is Joseph Nebe Molu, and I'm a professional civil engineer. I come on board with not less than 25 years of experience in the construction industry. I hold double degree in civil engineering from Tubman College and University of Liberia with honor.
Tubman College in Liberia?
Tubman College, the one near Happen. We were the first team with
William V. Tubman College.
That's correct. With Buffer Chamber, you're the outgoing speaker, the rest of that. Yes, that's correct.
What year was that?
1982 to 1984 for me.
1982 to 1984. You were a student at Tubman University.
That's correct. I graduated civil engineering with honor.
And you also went to University of Liberia?
Yes, 1985. Then I graduated in 1989.
So you left from Harper and Kilo Morovia?
Yes, sir.
And why were you just going after the Indian South?
Yeah, and actually, when I graduated from high school in Bola Honlofan, I'm kind of Fulbright in mathematics and physics. So my counselor suggested that I did civil engineering. So when I left from Tubman College, I came. Glory be to God for Samuel Doe family. They assisted me to do civil engineering bachelor. They assisted me pay the school fee and the rest.
Just go a bit far from Marco. No, just go a bit. Oh, yeah, okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So the family, the family helped me, and so I was able to pursue my bachelor degree again.
So you had double bachelors.
I got associate degree, Tubman College.
Okay.
Bachelor degree, University of Liberia, civil engineering.
Did you go somewhere else to have another degree?
Yes, I got a couple of them. So I got a master's in educational psychology at Widener University in Pennsylvania, the United States of America. Mm-hmm. And I also have a bachelor degree in management and minor economics.
In the same university?
No, this one at the University of Liberia too.
Okay. Now, you are an engineer by profession. I thought it wise that when I see these professional people, when I see them on Facebook, when I see them on social media, I want to know what they bring as an expert to the discussion we have in the fall march of our country. Our country is in transition, Mr. Ndebe. I will say Mr. Ndebe because, I love the Ndebe name more than the Joseph and the other Molu. So, Mr. Ndebe, now you are an engineer by profession. The two presidents, George Rice living.
Okay.
Before he came, he said road.
Yep.
And you saw he built a couple of roads in Liberia, around the rehab area and other areas. Joseph Boakai, while he was campaigning, also said roads, and roads. Now he's a president-elect. Do we have any challenge in terms of road connectivity? What do you bring as an expert to this position, to this whole country, for our movement? What is, even if you're intellect or you're, what do you have to offer?
Well, thank you. Let's start this way. The Minister of Public Works, where I work as a consultant.
You work at right now? As a consultant?
I'm a consultant at Minister of Public Works.
Okay.
It was established by 1928 and renamed.
1928?
Yes, renamed 1973 under President Chodba, the present name. And my classmate, Mabutu Nyipan, asked me to assist him at the Minister of. Oh, yes, I'm there up to now. But if you ask, what can I do? These are the challenges that we have at the Ministry of Public Works. Right now, we have to be able to set up, we have to be able to define in terms of where we are presently, and next to add innovation and see where we go further. So where we are presently is, I think there are a couple of things that we need to do to have it function in terms of the new transition. So that is, you refer to as probably MLT. You need to have an inception report of what are equipment, what are materials, what other resources we have, have an account of that. And the next thing is the human resource side, and that is about occupational standard and occupational profile. That basically is internal. How do you match people to tax so that you don't just have a couple of persons over there and maybe they don't have a specific thing? That is to how to utilize it. So yeah, it's necessary that we be able to set up these basic things. Once you have this, they will now say we have had a functional institution in terms of its mandate, the authority, and to be able to regulate the services. When that is done, the next phase now we advise the incoming team is innovation. What can we do differently that we add value to the Ministry of Public Works? There are a few philosophical things that I have in mind. One is the Ministry of Public Works should not be the one to provide services. For example, we all know the story of the Jalatan road that was made under President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. At that time, they had to even let the minister to go, because you can't be the one doing the project, evaluating the project, certifying yourself, and doing payment. And so the Jalatan road did not come out. It wasn't a nice experience for the Minister of Public Works. So
In fact, it was built twice.
yes, and that's why
And Lieutenant Donson, who came with all the expertise from America, and he claimed that he was the best man who built all the bridges in America. He failed flight.
yes, and
And the Liberian government built that road twice.
they did. That's correct. And that's what I'm saying. If you ask what can we do differently, one is the Minister of Public Works should not be in the business of providing services. We need to empower.
What do you mean in terms of services?
If I talk about services, we should not be the one doing roads. We should not be the one doing potholes. We should not be the one that doing construction services. We should give that to SMEs, smaller companies. Let's get the companies that by that way you empower Liberians, because they employ people, and these people got other heads, and that's how the society grows. But if we are
So currently, you as a consultant at the Ministry of Public Works, am I hearing to say that the Ministry of Public Works is still providing, is still doing potholes, filling potholes at this time,
Yes,
and not empowering other smaller companies?
well, I don't want to say not important, but yeah, I would say yes to the question you asked. Yes, we do have a maintenance team. Potholes, we identify potholes, we quantify, prepare bill of quantities on these, and sometimes we give it out, but sometimes the ministry have intervention to do it for herself. My idea is we should completely not be in that business, because you take for example, just before the election, before to make the road pliable for the president to travel, ministers had to take the corridor from Ganta and other places to us to work on the road. Wow, if we had done that, if we had given the Liberian companies and told them this segment of the road, make sure you do this intervention, the rest of that. So my point I'm saying here is that government should empower Liberian contractors. This is how you grow the nation. We shouldn't be the one, the ministers, or how they call it, administrate the staff doing the same work. So who checks on us for quality control? We are the referee, we are the players. So I said that's one of the things that the new team will not have to allow.
So if you were to provide an advice to the new team that might come in, whether the minister of
Public
Works is not routine, Rufka Collins is not routine, any of her deputies is not routine, and what would be your advice? What expertise advice would you want to give?
I have 3 points.
What are the points?
The first one is where I talk about government empowering smaller companies to be able to take on a job to do. The second point has to do about you have heard about road fund. The idea of road fund was basically is to separate the operational component of the road work from the ministry as a regulatory agency. In other words, road fund is operationalized to do the work. The ministry provides oversight. So I think we need to have a clear cut information to make sure that these people are able to work in a way that they can coordinate, but one should not be able to overlap. I can tell you that has not been the case. Even though, I would certainly tell you, there has been time that road fund has to subject itself to they should be given the exclusive domain to be able to operationalize the roadside, conceptualize the road planning, and they do the design, the ministry make sure that either it's giving out and how far they feel comfortable with it, and make sure these people are able to carry out the function. So we shouldn't be able to take all at one point.
So do you? Okay, you say you have three. Yeah, just one, right?
The next one, the next one is I have to talk about is ranking contractors, and
Ranking or
yes,
renting?
ranking. I mean RANKING.
And what is a ranking contractor?
Yeah, but
What is it?
I'm a senior member of the Liberian Construction Contractors Association,
Okay.
ALCC.
Okay.
Now, we have contractors that you go to say Ministry of Health, you take contract, you fail, or you don't perform well, you take government money and you don't perform well.
Yeah, you didn't perform.
You go to agriculture, they gave you one. So the way other countries do is they rank people in terms of very good, poor, fair, or not correct. So if you, Mr. Jala, if you have a company and you don't do well, we'll rank you from Mr. of Power that you're not a good company. So the next time you have a job going, we say, well, this Jala cannot be considered for this work. Because if you remember when the Minister of Power Works faced the Senate, she said Liberian contractors don't perform.
And Mr. Molu, it's not just now that the ministers have said these things. Kofi Woods was the Minister of Public Works on Madam Sirleaf. He was on the road on motorbikes in the southeast, trying to ensure that people who took contract with the government of Liberia must perform. And he reported that majority of 45% or 80% of them who did the work, who took contract with the government of Liberia, they abandoned those roles.
Yeah,
He said that. So it's not just Minister Coca Collins saying it. Kofi Woods said that before. And they're going to tell you that it's a systemic problem.
It
Not
is.
just now. Kofi complained about that. Kofi said to the people like Liberia, say, these people yes, will get a contract. A pro say, will get a contract. They're not performing. So it's not the first time.
I mean, I agree.
Can we make some amendment on this one, sir?
I agree with you. It is. I don't want to call it OH. It is existing, but you see, in leadership, what you need to do is how to solve problem, not only to complain about it. One of the ways I saw that, I mean, people do in the US or China and other countries is to rank the contractors in terms of what? Integrity. And just like insurance. If you're a very poor driver, your insurance premium is high. Certain places you go, they say, my company can't insure you. So we have to do that so that Liberian contractors you will know ahead if perfect trading, whether it's a good contractor or not, because you will get online, you search the ALCC records, and you'll find this company defaulted on road construction between this area in Lofa County. Then you will say, well, we can't give you this job. But as it stands, it's just freelance. People go and perform this way, they fail and go, and whatever be the case. So I think those are some of the places that we have to put our feet down and make sure we can classify contractors based on ability and integrity.
Now, you are a consultant at the Ministry of Public Works.
That's correct.
You are also a member of the Liberia Construction Contractors Association of Liberia. Now, what kind of advice do you give the government if the government takes seat in January? Do you think you can be a good partner to the government by providing the policy directions to the government? Because you are the ones doing the job. You are the ones that are taking contract for the government of Liberia, and your colleagues are the ones who are performing. Does the government say manage the people and give you contract, or how do you engage your colleagues who have been taking money from the government of Liberia? Same by the same time that Kofi Woods complaining about to Coca Collins time, and she's complaining about how do you improve your work attitude so that more jobs can be given to you? Because even the last time I checked, I spoke to Mr. Giddens, Elijah Giddens, who was the deputy minister at the Ministry of Public Works,
yeah.
on a Madam Sully when I was managing OKFM. He complained of the same thing. So it's not just Kofi complaining, it's not just Wuku complaining, it's not just Elijah Giddens complaining. This has been an OH problem. Why have you not faced that ever since?
Look, this is one point I love to drive home. You see, to be able to manage that industry, you need to have a combination skill of technical skill and managerial. And many of the people who go to Pro Works either got one of the two, and so they have not been able to collectively answer this question. Let me tell you something. I just told you one of the point here is to rank contractors in terms of capacity. That's one. Two, the procurement process we have to revisit. Let me tell you something. There's something you refer to as predatory contract.
And what is that?
Where you are so much aware that John Brown Company does not have the capacity to do the road work, yet because he has offered some incentives, you gave him the contract. Say, for example, the contract is 100,000, and the person offered 20,000. The contract has been discounted by 20%. That means the probability of success on that project is 1 to 5. So the project has even begun to fail before you start. So if you ask, what can we do? My advice is, one, the procurement sector, we have to strengthen the procurement sector. That is, and it comes back to the same librarian problem we have, but the integrity. We must be able to give contract to people on the basis of strength and capacity. And we should not follow them to take money ahead of time. That one, the ministers have not been telling you. I'm seeing it because for me, I am on the outside. I'm telling you that is a factor that is affecting work output because I'm a
taking money ahead of time.
Yes,
but they will say we want to pre-finance.
But no, let's get it clear this way. When we talk about pre-financing in contract, is where the contractor brings the money and put into the contract.
They want to pre-finance, but they are also going to do. Maybe that their capacity is not well built in terms of having all the money to hand. So they go and lobby that you give them small money and they pre-finance at a higher level. If government gives them 10%, they get about 45% on their hands, and it helps them too.
Well, I mean, let me make myself clear on this. I'm talking about procurement side in terms of where you take something for the contractor in lieu of contract award. That is the point of I'm talking about. And this because I run a construction company, relatively successful.
How do you call it?
Kolovadi Construction.
Kolovadi.
Yes. And I have a central head office, Pinsville Town Hall, a corporate head office. And so where we are is contracts are being negotiated and people take money from contractors ahead of time. But when authorities speak about poor performance of contracts, they don't say that point. But as a contractor, I'm saying here, that's one of the problems that we are faced with. So if somebody gives you a contract and asks you for 20,000 and you get that amount of money, so the next thing you're going to do, you begin to cut on the quality of concrete, the quality of work. And you
inside the substandard things.
Exactly. And because I have taken 20,000 from you, if I come for inspection, I can't be harsh on you. So this thing contribute to poor quality.
Absolutely, you are right, Mr.
So that's why I say we gotta look at procurement.
Let me take your candid opinion on this one. Then I can have 3-4 callers coming in. Then we can call it a quit. The road fund you talk about was initiated under Madam Sirleaf administration, and that has been a very good policy. In principle. If I want to buy fuel or gas, I pay 15 cents on each gallon I purchase. That's been going into accounts of government all the time. But has this road fund been helpful to librarian people in terms of rehabilitating the roads when they have potholes on the road, XYZ? In your own opinion as an engineer, has that helped Liberia?
No, let me be frank to you about it because I associated myself with the road fund concept development. In fact, I'm a member of the IMLC, Interministerial Steering Committee.
Okay.
I was nominated by the ELCC. So that means I don't have voting right, but it's like say I'm a member of the board on the road fund. And that's how much I'm involved with the road fund. But if you ask whether it's helping, no, I'll tell you, say the management and how we're proceeding by it is not right. The road fund, as I said, the ministry, we have to be able to designate clear distinction between how it should operate. The ministry does whether they design the rest of that, and the road fund does the operational side. But let me give you an example. MCC developed a software. They brought the Ministry of Power Works. We sent resident engineers, and they were able to have returns on road in terms of values. We call it road index, to tell you whether this role is valuable at this, and these are returns you will give if you invested in this. When that list was brought forward, politicians will tell you, oh, but where the road are going this way, why don't I see my part of road there? So I'm giving you the technical reason to see how these things don't work. The people who bring their fund in the international such as the European Union, this software is a capital investment return. Because when we build road, it's money we put in, we got to be able to get the cash flow out after a certain period of time. But when it comes in that nature, and you are not able to say where this road can be there, where my own, and they cancel it and threw it away. So if you ask why is it not working, one of the things is that we have to be able to strengthen the professional nature of it and make sure it is integrated driven.
Let me welcome Miss Madina Nyeng. I'm watching from Bon County, Tututa. Johansson F. Wiawia. I'm joining you from Universal Library Campus. Julia Zulu. Hello, Jala. Watching from Zulu Whiskey. Vivian Nyimande Nyanse is watching me. Moses T. Stobafidi all watching me. I will take 3 calls. Then I come back to Mr. Molu to close up. Then I'll go to my guest, Mr. Gilman, who is in the United States. 770-560-560. 880-514-096 are the 2 numbers. I will take as many 3 calls or 4 calls. And each call is allotted to just 20 seconds. Ask Mr. Molu a question, and he will answer the questions if you ask it the right way. Hello, welcome.
This is Arthur P. Clarkson. I call you from Lower Magiri this afternoon.
Lower Magiri, welcome to Monrovia.
Thank you so much to Mr. Molu for making the clarity with the issue of the reform. I think, in my mind, we need to put more strategies and try to bring sincere people on board to see as to how these things can be implemented that he's talking about. Because if he been part of the construction contractor association, then they need to also strengthen their own institution to see how best they can be sincere to like people when they take these contracts and be able to do it.
Thank you. Thank you. Your points are made. Joa Atin Harris, watching from Buchanan. Lawrence P. Quitty, watching from Bon County. Mohammed Aziko Kane, watching from Johnsonville, Peletown. Johansson joining from Universal Library Campus. They call it one. Oh, let me take this one. Hello, you live? Let's say it quickly.
Yeah, good afternoon. How you doing?
Good afternoon. Welcome. What's your name, sir?
My name is Edward Gonkwe.
Mr. Gonkwe, let's say where do you call from?
I call from Stephen Tower at my office.
Okay, sir. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I want to thank the brother in studio. The problem with the Ministry of Public Works is the ranking. Ranking is lacking.
Yes, thank you.
Because right before you offer the man a contract, you should look at a track record. And besides that, look at his capacity. But these things are not done. And really troubling us. We started building roads since 2010. West to York Island from the Ministry of Public Works, we pass it. Somebody fell on road in Bon County or not Cedar, we pass it. And we built 5 roads for Cedar in Lima County. And we're building our 2nd road for IFA under the Ministry of Agriculture. But my brother, when you go for the contract, that's what my brother saying that what can happen all over the country.
All right, thank you so kindly. We don't have much time, but you made your point. I will take one more call if it comes, and I'll go to Mr. Molu to just say his closing comment, because I think what he said, you are alluding to it, that it's a fire as right. We will have the time necessarily Mr. Molu in for a longer time, that you can have a long time to interact with him. We'll talk for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and you call for 30 minutes. Let's hear him. But let's go back to you. Listen to the few callers I call. How do you respond to them?
Let me start by saying I'm grateful to the callers because they know we're all from the industry. You know, I keep saying that both a contractor and an engineer and the rest of them. I'm just in the society itself. Our job is how to create a better output so that we can have a better name, especially the new team. But this is why I would say the new team has a challenge on hand. First, they have to make sure that we develop a philosophical thinking of what we do differently from other ministers who have come at Public Works. One is make Public Works to be entirely regulatory and authority. Let the state out for implementing project for themselves. You cannot be the player and be the referee.
Yeah.
The next point is we should rank contractors, because otherwise than that, I tell you, say basically we are awarding contract to people based on friendship, because it's not by capacity. You are not able to tell how can you organize a company, say like last month and win a contract this month in row. So I mean, we got to rank so that we look at past performances and be able to get people on the basis of what they have done, you know, in their capacity. And I think basically, I mean, to also to be able to make sure that the road fund issue, the road fund was set up capital from the East Africa, making one side operational, administrative as an authority. We cannot combine and we shouldn't let them remain separate and work in a way that we can be able to hold somebody accountable on the basis of what they are. So I'm glad to be here. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Molu.
Thank you.
Mr. Joseph Nebe Molu is an engineer by profession. He's been as my guest on the final laps of the first half of the show. Have a good day. I will see you again. We'll have more time to have a conversation, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate your presence, sir.
Thank you, sir. Where's my friend and brother Steve Zong? Steven Zong from Zulu Whiskey. I dedicate this program to you right now, Mr. Brother. I call you Mr. Brother. Where's my sister-in-law? Give the Bozy. Give the G Bozy. She knows how to dance this song. I will go to my guest very shortly in the USA. Ottawa's girl name will be my guest. The other day we'll talk just for 15 minutes. Where are my Doris? Where are my Chukbayus? Where are my in-laws from Grand Juda County? Coming over weeks, how are you this afternoon? Director General of the Liberia News Agency, Liberia. Zoe Emmanuel Pena. I'm so sorry for the loss of Upper Bay. But the guys ransacked your home in Zwedru, burned one of your houses, and looted the other. That's how we make the bumper show very active. Gono Zulu Nyonkwa. Our Minister of Public Works is listening, he says. Lucky boy MacArthur Jones. Follow me from Slide Town. Gono Zulu Nyonkwa is watching me. Joseph Hodge. Joseph Killigbear. Jua Atim Paris. Oh, this is a part of the song I love. Azane Zodi. Azane Zodi. Where is my friend Abi Gossen William? Azane Zodi. Listen to ERBC Language Radio is on 97.7. We created that one here. It is purely language, no English here. It's on test transmission. Hopefully this week or next we will be dedicating that radio. So before we leave LBS or we stay LBS, we not stay LBS, we down here, we not there, we'll leave something here, we'll be part of it. You say, oh, Jalane was here, they did it one. Before they said 1964, LBS, we have one studio called 99.9. We brought 89.9. Music radio for the young and old people. Now this time we're bringing a language radio. That you hear the crown people talking the crown. You hear the pele people talking the pele. You hear the other people talking the other one. You know the Gio people talking the Gio. That will do in here. That will be your do. That will they will live a year for Liberian people. So welcome to the show. You know, the other day I spoke to a Liberian, very young Liberian, 38 years old. He is a very innovative young man, Octavius Gilman. And before I go to Octavius Gilman, let me welcome the soldiers of the armed forces of Liberia who are returning to the country this week. The first batch of the soldiers who are ending their program in Malé arrived today. Amongst them is my friend and brother Aloysius Bondo and Lieutenant Dix, Alfred Dix, and others. We say welcome back to Liberia. Before them, my cousin Simef Colley, who is a major in the army, he is in Kenway there. He also came from Malé a year ago, and they're all making good things. You know, so the withdrawal is taking place right now. It takes place up to the end of December. There will be a large batch of soldiers that will be coming from there. Those equipment they carry, whatever armor machine, whatsoever they carry, they will be bringing them back to Liberia. That's what I've gathered from people in the army. I tried calling Sam Collins, the Assistant Minister for Defense, who is in charge of public affairs. He didn't pick up his phone. And then I called also army guys. They said to me, Jala, the guys will be coming. It's a withdrawal coming now. They're coming in their numbers. This was an agreement the Malian government signed with the United Nations. That from this point to this point, soldiers who will be serving in the mission, their tenure will end this time at this point. Just while the United Nations did Liberia, when 15,000 ECMO guy or ECMO turned to all came to Liberia, there was a time the city would serve for this time, and this time it will end. It's the same thing in Malé. So all the peacekeeping mission in Malé now, they've been withdrawn. And amongst them were our soldiers, AFS soldiers, our fathers who were called the Nokos from Lofa County. They say, President Thomas gave me gun, he not give me England. You heard that before? President Thomas gave me gun, he not give me England. That uncle ne. Omen Dionku, my great grand uncle, Omen Dionku from Lofa. They were part of that frontier force. They were in what country was that? I've forgotten right now. They were serving in one of the countries, in Togo, not Togo, in Congo. So the people serving Malé. We are proud of our army. We salute the Defense Minister Daniel Zianka. We salute the Chief of Staff, Mr. Prince, Colonel Prince, Brigadier General Prince Johnson, Prince Charles Johnson III, and all of you. We are proud of you. Let me go to this issue of Mr. Gilman. The other day I talked to Mr. Gilman. He is a young Liberian living in the United States. He has worked for so long in America. He has amassed wealth for himself. He has helped Liberians from all walks of lives in Liberia, in America, and other parts of Africa. When I got in touch with him, he said, Jala, I am willing to give back to my country. I'm going to give back to my country. And And I said, how do you do that? He said, I will come back to Liberia. You know what I come to Liberia for? I'm ready to give back to Liberia. I want to serve as city mayor of the city of Monrovia. And you know what I'm going to do? I said, no. He said, see, brother, I will contribute 100,000 US dollars as a contribution to the new government that is coming in power. And you know what I'm doing that for? Because I want to create jobs for Liberians. 6,000 jobs every year. 6 years pass, you know, 6,000 times 6 years. Yeah, 6 times 6 are 12. He'll talk about it later. Maybe I'm misquoting, but you'll see that later. He said that money I'm talking about $100,000. It will be placed in where is the 9 escrow account? It will be placed in the central bank account. In addition to that, I will bring people who will bring fertilizer company in Liberia. There will be people doing waste management. In other countries, I went Nigeria, in Lagos, on Lagos Island, I saw a garbage almost like a mountain. But there are people who are making use of their garbage. And I will ask Mr. Octavius Gilman as to whether the guys is bringing these guys are on the road that people put in, whether they can transform it into energy or whatsoever. Because in other countries, people say the people can make care that they'll be running with that the people. When they care to the people, they put buy from them so they can create more diet. They pay for your diet. But in Liberia, you're dying by that mess of thing. You're in the street. But thanks to the guys who are doing the street cleaning here, they say doing cleaning for the inauguration. And I see them every time I drive, and I see them, I stop, I give small token to them. I do that almost every day. I'm encouraging Liberians who are here, who can drink the water and treat the plastic in the road. You shouldn't do put in your car when you go to the hall, give to your son and say, go trade a dumper. If you are driving, give the guys who are working in the street, give them small tokens, man. They deserve to drink water. If you're driving on the boulevard, you see the guy selling plenty chips, just $100 US, red plenty chips. If you give a plenty chips to one person, that one person will share among 4 persons. They will eat and drink water, they get some full. So Mr. Gaiman said to me, Jala, I want to speak to Liberian people because I only spoke for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes. But I want to talk, you want to expand on these things. I will call you in a few minutes. We'll expand the conversation. We'll talk for 15 minutes. Then I'll let him for you to call for 10 minutes or 15 minutes, yeah. Then you answer your question and tell you why you want to be city mayor. And I've been receiving calls from Liberians. That man are on your show already. That man show, or the money you're going to give the government a bribe. What kind of man will bribe a whole country of 100,000 US dollars? That money, if I get it now, I get business. Oh, I want a big business in the country. 100,000, that's all money. They make him put that money in business. But he said, I will give this money to the government as a contribution. When the government gave me a city mayor job, I will provide 6,000 jobs every year. So if that man wanted to bribe the government, he wouldn't have come on the radio to say, I will can't give money to the government. He would just take that money quietly and go to somebody in the government and say, oh, they put it. In economics, it says our wants are unlimited. The more you get is the more you want. Mr. Gaiman, who is in America, who is a millionaire or so, he said, want money. The man who gets money, he wants more money. So if Mr. Gaiman, in my own mind, in my own thinking, if he wanted to have bribed the new government coming, he would have come on the radio to announce that. He would work for somebody in the government who was influential. And say, my man, I won't wait in the government. He gave somebody, if somebody wants to take bribe, give that man 15,000. There are plenty of money there. 15,000, 20,000. That may be job here and then you get a job. You go to the president and say, give me an army. Let me go to the US and talk to Mr. Gaiman. We'll talk for a few minutes. We started a conversation the other day want to end it today. He said, Jala, I want the guys to ask me questions. I wanted to ask me questions. I will go to him right now, and then I will. Mr. Gima is here right now. Let me just take a break small. The Liberia Broadcasting System Workers Union election is on its way. A debate was held 2 days ago. Campaign activities are going on. Richard Began Colley and Joseph Sayon are contesting for the presidency. Hats off to you guys. Let me pause right now and go to my guest. Mr. Gaben, how are you? Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Where are you? And a happy good afternoon to you from my side.
It's after 12 here. It's about
12 a.m.
27 minutes to 1 o'clock.
Wow.
In the United States. Yeah. Depending on where I'm at right now.
Remember, I was just talking just a while ago, and then we talked the other day, and I thought I should bring you back for the Liberian people to talk to you and engage you.
You are sounding low, so.
Oh, I'm sounding low. I think this is from your side, but are you getting me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
I said the other day we talked, and it was for 20 minutes, and I thought I'd bring you back again for the Liberian people to talk to you, to interact with you. Some adapting that you don't have the capacity to say what you said, and that you want to bribe the government to give you a city mayor job. A man who wants to just work for $1 every month. How did this vision come about? Let me hear you.
Thank you very much. Let me first of all thank the Almighty God for giving me the strength to wake me up this morning and to be on this platform. And I will want to say thanks to the Liberian people, more especially the young people, for taking the time to even listen to me. My brother, the thing is, I always say this: anything that is good is not popular among Liberians. Let me repeat: any good thing is not popular among Liberians.
Why you say so?
The thing is, it's simple. There will be people, and I understand exactly why some Liberians will doubt or be concerned or say whatever they want to say. That's fine. My main goal is to help and give back to my brothers and sisters that I left back there, and I saw in the condition they're in. And knowing what I know and what I saw, it's not supposed to be that way. The young people should demand better. They should not be voting for people who just enrich themselves and not for them. The young people should be asking and demanding that we need jobs, we need good schools, we need security. They should demand this. These are the reasons why they voted for senators, representative, and president, and that's what I'm willing to do as the next mayor of Maserati. Of Monrovia.
How confident you sound so confident that you will be the next mayor of the city of Monrovia. What gives you that confidence?
Look, when I came to the United States, I might be the only Liberian. I might be the only Liberian who would tell you and be honest about so many things. Like one, my education. A lot of Liberians will want this type of job. They will lie on their CV. I don't, because what I always say, when you know what you bring to the table, you don't be afraid to eat. Most of the billionaires and millionaires out here were a high school dropout, college dropout. God help me. I graduated from AGM,
AGM on Buchanan Street?
AGM Buchanan Street. I
Okay.
went to school, and people know me as human right. That's the name they give me. I've been advocate for my friends since I was in high school, and at the same time when during the war I left from Liberia. I went to Ghana where I studied. I went to computer school and they're a computer hardware technician. But I don't like to talk about my computer codes because or my computer, whatever I got in computer, because when I came to the United States, I worked as a computer tech, but I never fall in love with that. I left it and joined into business, and since then I started doing business. And today I want some of the young people in this country are self-employed for all those years.
Now, so Mr. Gilman, the question I asked was that you're so confident that you will get a city mayor job, and then when you ask the other day when you call in and say you're making available some huge cash to the government of Liberia, the new government, can you please restate that for the purpose of those who did not listen to you, who will be calling me and want to know exactly what you said?
Yeah, if you say I'm so common, look, that's how I've been throughout my life. I came from a poor family, man. My mom from Grand Gila County and my father from Grand Bassa. I know what it means to go to bed hungry. I know what it means. I never celebrate birthday in my life. I never until I came to the United States. I never. The time I started breaking dishes, they were in exile. I've been through some tough time, so that's why. Look, I came to the United States with $3 in my pocket. 2003.
$3
and today, $3. And I said to myself, May 9, 2003, that look, I will not work for nobody in this country. I want to do my own thing, and everything that I said when I came to this country, it happened. That I will start a business. I started a cleaning business. It was booming. I sold it. I started a home care business in Michigan. I sold it, and after that, I went into real estate. So I've been doing great. But so that's how I've been. Look, the Bible's. I'm not a person who go to church a lot, but I believe in the Bible and I believe in my law. That everything you want is in. It's on your tongue. What I know is, if you want it, you will get it. If you say it and believe in Him, it will happen. If you doubt it, it will not happen. And so I believe with the help of God and the support from, more especially the young people, that I'm 39 years old, that we should be demanding that our next mayor should not be answerable to Joseph Nyeman Boakai or President Weah or any president. The next mayor of Montserrat or whatever county or should be answerable to the Liberian voters. That make he or she to deliver. Because if Joseph Nyeman Boakai appoint me, that means I don't owe you nothing. I only owe Joseph Nyeman Boakai. That tell you right there, it's a problem. I find problem with that. That's why my focus is job and security. Number one is security. Number two is job.
Now, ask a question. I didn't want us to be begging the question. The question is, again, you said all of those now, and the one thing that gladdens my heart is that you left the country with $3 in your pocket, right?
Yeah.
In 2003. What is the worth of this man called Gilman? What is the worth now? What do you worth?
So, I'm grateful to God, to my family, for the support, and Liberian people that also do business with me, both in the diaspora and back home. When that time reaches, which of course I'm willing to declare my asset, but I'm where I am right now. I mean, I can never work for.
Asset declaration is not in the public. You know, it's not in the public because there's a fear that if you declare your asset, people will come after you.
No, I will do it. I will do it. I mean, nobody can come after me. So I did not work for the Liberian government to loot or steal anything. So I'm not afraid of anything.
This is your own safety, sir. Is your own safety.
No. Liberian would not kill me because they know. I mean, I'm not. Yeah, they will not kill me because I work hard for my money. I use my brain. I use my brain to make my money. That's how I live in this great country.
No,
So
no,
I
Mr.
think
Mr.
I'm
Gilman,
gonna be
Mr. Gilman, can you please restate those things you said over there? I said to you again for the benefit of those who did not listen. How much do you want to give the government of Liberia? How many jobs do you want to provide for the Liberian people in the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth years in the government? And how many investors are you willing to bring back home? These are things Liberians are interested in as you speak.
Thank you. That's a pretty good question. Look, when my goal is when I become the next mayor of Monrovia, I plan to give the Liberian government a performance bond bound where I will give the Liberian 100,000 United States dollars. Deposit anywhere they want me to. Today, if they want me to, I can deposit that money. And $100,000 with a guarantee. I want everybody to understand this English. I don't speak it well. I'm a math student, not an English student. It's an agreement. That means that I'm giving the Liberian government $100,000 to create 10,000 jobs. 10,000 jobs each year. In Mr. Walker first term, that would be 60,000 jobs. And I want to be audited every single year. If I fail in my first 1 year with 10,000, if I short for one, the Liberian government should take my $100,000. I should be dismissed immediately.
So the $100,000 you're giving to the government is not for any program, but is a performance bond.
Thank you.
It is kept like in an escrow account.
Yes.
That when you don't perform, it is taken by the government.
It's taken by the government, and I don't want it to.
So it is not the money you give to the government. Say this is my contribution for the new government. It is placed somewhere that when you perform, they take it from you.
No, if I do that, it's a bribe. If I give the government money for a job, that play for play, that's bribe. No, my business is registered in this country. IRS know me. I cannot put myself in harm's way. IRS know me. Most of my friends are senators in this country called United States. Most of the people that I look up to, that advise me, and that I look up to, they advise me. And these are senators. These are people that are in high places in this country called United States. I'm not stupid to say I'm bribing somebody for the job. That's why I'm telling the Liberian government and the Liberian people, especially the young people, and say put pressure on me. I'm doing it because of pressure. Because it's like, let me say this right now. If your boss gave you and look at every one of y'all at the studio and say, you know what, look, you've been doing great. Instead of you making this month, will increase your pay to $10,000, but John Brown pay will remain the same. Is that a bribe? He bribing you? No, based on your performance. That's the reason. That's why if you do that, if you do that, what happened? It make me to deliver. That means I'm not answerable to the person that appoint me. And that's my problem with the mayor position in the country. The mayor should not be an appointed position. It should be an elected position. That means
but the government has said in time past that the government doesn't have money to have all of these elections conducted. That's why Madam Salisa are appointing people in these positions.
Okay, that's a good point for them. It sounds good. The government do not have money to appoint. To have the mayor position go on the ballot, but the government will have money to what for by-election that will be coming up in Nima County and Grand Jita. Does that make sense to you?
It makes that sense.
Why can't you? Okay, so you don't have money to put for the mayor position that will create job for his or her people, but you got money for the senator by-election and you got money for the representative by-election. Liberian. The young people have to be smart. They have to put their own future ahead of politicians and demand what is good for them.
But Mr. Gilman, do you know that if the government says it will conduct elections for mayors in the counties, that requires these 15 counties of Liberia, and that is very capital intensive. It's not just Monserrado.
Okay, yeah. That's the same thing. But do you know the importance of the mayor? The mayor is more powerful. The mayor helped the government to create jobs. The senator don't. The mayor helped. I can create more jobs than Senator Dillon. I can create more jobs than Sir Joseph.
How do you create these jobs more than these two people?
Thank you. Look at the vote. If I were elected today or appointed today, now let me go by the vote. If I were elected by the people of Monrovia, my goal is not to visit Honorable Joseph Nyema Boaka every single weekend in case he ran. My goal is to deliver to the people of Monrovia and creating security. Yeah, it's the benefit. That's why I say I'm focusing on security. If I create security, my number one priority is security. It means that Jala store can be open right now. Right now, the reason why you and I will not be on the line for a minute because why? You want to leave because of security. Every store right now around you closing because why? They're trying to find a way out of security. Now, if you provide a security, there will be people. The stores will hire more people to stay late. That job. You're setting down almost between 50 to 70,000 jobs just because you don't have security. Because there are people who working only one shift. Because why? They may not have to stay open from 5 to 9 because it's closed. But if you provide security from 6 o'clock in the morning all the way to 12, you will hire, if you got one person in that store, you hire 2 or 3.
And so that's what you want to do when you become mayor of the city of Monrovia.
Yes. That's
Now,
why.
the next question is, Mr. Gilman, the next question is, and I want us to be clear on this matter because that is the crux of this whole conversation. Now,
Yeah.
Mr. Gilman gives 100,000 to the government of Liberia, and then there's a performance bond. If Mr. Gilman doesn't perform in the first 1 year to create 10,000 jobs as he has promised, then the government should dismiss him and order him whatsoever. Is that what you are saying?
You're 100% right. And I want the government to order me every single year. Every year, not during 6 years. And here's the benefit. If I create 10,000 jobs, it go to Joseph Nyema Boaka and Jeremiah Coon. It go to their advantage. Because why? They will say, oh, the government of Liberia created 200,000 jobs. And my in there. I will not take the credit, but the people of Monrovia will see it. But just that's the reason why you see my business in this country and in Liberia is doing well. Because you know what? I'm the least educated man in the room. I surround myself with people who know better than me. But and when it comes to our people in Liberia, we don't like that. We think that because we are the leader, we got the money, so we should be the only one in the room that wearing the suit and tie and look good and no.
Okay.
Be the last one.
I will come to the next question. I will come to the next question. Then we go to the phone lines when they are activated to hear from the Liberian people at least 5 to 6 calls. But let me welcome Mr. James Haliwanga, my big brother and friend who is there in the USA. He contested to be senator in the last election. This election, he didn't win. Amos Y is also here. Tobasi Christopher Willoti Tobasi, Amos Y, Trukon Gabla, they are monitoring us. But Mr. Gilman, the question is, these jobs come with qualifications. Why, if you were appointed as the mayor of the city of Monrovia, you need to go for confirmation. And the senator said to you, you don't have the requisite credential. What do you do?
Which credential? Then you got to name them.
Then they will say, you must be a bachelor degree holder, which is, I think, which is a minimum.
Now you see what keeping. There's a law, I think I stand to be corrected. There's a law in Minnesota. I think it already passed or about to pass. They say that look, if this position is on the website or online for a doctorate degree holder, but if somebody who got the experience that they can verify that degree don't count. So you see what keeping.
But the ministerial law is different from Liberian law.
Yeah, I understand that. But then, they not do that. They not do that with our president, our senators, our representative too, and say, you know what? Look, they not look at all of those things.
And guess, Mr. Gaiman, on the other side is that there's some of the senators who are going to be questioning you that you don't have a degree. Some of them don't even have a degree too.
No, I'm not worrying.
No, that's what I'm saying to you. No, that's what I know as a fact, Mr. Gaiman. I know that as a fact. That some of the senators will be questioning you that you have a degree. They don't even have a high school paper.
But I don't think the Liberian people that suffer, more especially the young people, will allow that. Let's look at track record. Let's look at what I declare. Let's look at my experience, and based on that, you can determine if I'm qualified or not.
Now again, before I go, Mr. Gaiman, I want to have a 3, 4, 5 calls coming in. But again, if the president of Liberia appoints you to a position and you are rejected by the Senate, the president can appoint you as acting if that position doesn't call for qualification or it calls for qualification whatsoever. And so, thank you, Mr. Gilman. Let me just talk to a few people who are very curious of talking to you, sir.
Thank you.
0770-560-560, 080-514-096 are the numbers. Each caller has only 10 seconds to call the question. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, welcome. Let me hear you.
Yeah, I'm talking calling from the Kubo.
Please let me hear you.
Yeah, one of them is a video, man. Their life really nice. Obviously, another person. So then why decided to do for the country in Zambia? But I want to ask, when you take the country responsibility, because when you talk about mayor,
country responsibility for 1 hour.
now what I'm saying now, when you talk about mayor, city, it's the commander-in-chief next to the president of the kind of mayor.
So what is your question? You don't have much time. Please ask the question straight. You don't beating the question. I beg you, my friend.
Okay. I want to ask you. When you mayor, will you behave like there was a country that say you're not done bad? Will you behave like that?
I want to ask. Thank you. The next caller is here. Let me welcome Mr. William Garnett and Mr. Emmanuel Newman, my uncle, who is watching. Emmanuel Newman, how are you, man? How's the USA? Welcome to the next caller.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes, welcome. Let's say you fine.
Yes, I'm just calling for the GIA girls.
Yes, hear you.
That money I make it. That money we don't want it. Let me can't do the thing in Liberia. You get picture of me here.
That money that you get a government. Okay, sir. Thank you, brother. Let me take this call. They cannot be interesting. They will say that to the money. Hello, caller. Welcome. Let me hear you. What's your name?
Yeah, hello.
Yes, sir. Welcome. Yes.
Yeah, I want to ask Mr. Gilman because he got 100,000 to put in a cover for the performance ball. Then why say that it will be put? It is only government job he want to do before he can work for his country, or he can just take that money and can work for his country and say, "Oh yeah, Mr. Gilman can't open company," but he will not say, "Let me put in cover to do performance for government before and know they can know that I want work." No, if you want to get back to your country, get back to your country, people understand. Come in the country and then you offer job.
All right, thank you so very kindly. The next caller is here. Let me hear you. Welcome. You are on the Bumper Show. Let's say you're on the line. Go ahead. The caller on this landline, please go ahead. Let me hear you.
Good evening.
Good evening. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Good evening. Yeah, my name is Adam. I'm calling from Batara Bon County. You know, I want to personally appeal to this incoming government. Here is a Liberian, a young Liberian that has gone and still contributing back in his country and want to come to serve. This man is not coming for the money. He's coming to perform to make his city better. Look, that my first time say an individual to say this, so
the main money is for him. He never come. Let a man come the first that year when and he not be able to employ the 10,000 young people Zogo that on the street. Then now we are come. What the man say?
My friend, he said, and guess what he said? But listen now,
taking the incoming the government to please planning in this position so that our Senate can be better. Thank you.
Thank you. And Mr. Gilman said, and I'll repeat that, he said the 100,000 he's gonna give is a performance bond. That in the first year, if he doesn't provide 10,000 jobs, you don't get me. But this is the video there. I think this is the video, right?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah. So Mr. Gilman is saying that if he doesn't provide 100,000 job in the first, 10,000 job in the first year, they should have dismissed it once you go in V. Let me go to the next caller. Welcome. Next caller, how are you? Welcome. Let's hear you.
Hello?
Hello, welcome. How are you?
Yeah, hello. I'm calling from Bon Country.
Bon Country, welcome to Monrovia.
Yeah, in Banga.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to tell our young brother in the state, thank you very much. But if Monserrano you want that opportunity, then we Bunky, we are happy. We welcome him to come and be our city mayor. To see Bon Country to go power.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. The last caller here, welcome.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is before calling, and I do call this is this is the fire that I
Bon Country, welcome.
Yeah.
So the man say, you say you want to give me?
Question, the president said me, I want to check on myself, or what, because I want to get your telling.
Okay, thank you. Let me pause you right here. And let me go to Mr. Gilman. Mr. Gilman, sorry for that. I muted you. You muted yourself or so, I don't know. Mr. Gilman, you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's respond to the caller's concern, please.
Yeah, can you please repeat the second to the last caller?
The second to the last caller is saying, if the people of Monserrano say they want you, you must go to Bon Country and be city mayor there. They will take you.
No, before that caller.
Oh, I can't record. And there's a guy who said that.
So,
I think.
Yeah, you get that. Okay. You see, the thing is, he said another caller said that I should take,
So my producer is saying, Mr. Gilman, my producer is saying to me that the guy said that they didn't want you to be mayor. You must use your money for different things, not mayor business. So you must do different things with your money.
Yeah, the thing is this. I was in the country for 2 days, few months ago, like less than 2 months ago. I went there twice, my team and I. The first time we went to study about how much debt is in the country. The guy who owned a fertilizer company, my friend, and the guy was like impressed. They like, are you kidding me? And then the second time we went to study about how much the people that you guys refer to as Zogo, these people, I look at them, have them brothers and sisters. I'm not better than them. It's just because of condition. And based on those two things, he said, I asked him how many jobs can you create in Monrovia? He said 7,500 just from the fertilizer company. And then here's the good news. We're going to make fertilizer in the country, and then at the same time, with that, we're going to make garbage can with that. So, right there, I'm sitting on 7,500 jobs. And then, the fertilizer company alone is 3,500 jobs. And I never even talk about a different idea where I never touch my 10,000 job yet. So, the city got too much potential, but you need somebody with a different mindset and somebody with creative thinking. It would take the young people. Whoever, let me say this.
Yeah, we almost out of time. We're out of time already, and I've asked for time dispensation. The guys give us 2 minutes, so you gotta end up quickly.
Okay, thank you. Whoever is the mayor, I want to appeal to the young people. This is your time. to fight for yourself. You've been fighting for other people to live better. I promise you.
So Gilman said we have a 2-minute dispensation, but there's a guy calling me from North Dakota. Just go ahead because I think he's gonna go ahead quickly. Yes and no.
Yeah. So I want every Liberian to know, back home, especially young people, I'm receiving $1 pay every single month.
Every month your salary will be $1 US.
$1 US. But my focus is job. Because if you get job, it's a pride for you and your family. You put other people first. This is the time for you to put yourself first. So your next mayor, make sure he or she, if I'm not the one to be appointed at that position, make sure that your next mayor produce job for you and security. Not just saying yes sir to Honorable Joseph Yeman. Thank you very much.
Mr. Gilman, thanks a lot. Mr. Gilman, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Gilman is from the USA. He wants to be the city mayor of Monrovia. But the people of Bonkan, they say they didn't want you. They posted they didn't want you. Most probably go to Bonkan and they will take you. Gilman has gone off already. Gilman, thanks for being here. That's how I'm going this afternoon. Octavius Gilman has been my guest here. That's how I go. Thanks to Francis Pelina who gave me the time dispensation of 2 minutes, but I took only 1 minute. Join me on Monday again. I will be here for another fascinating discussion on state radio. It is on ELBC 99.9 and other frequencies. Don't forget to tune into our language radio. It's 97.7 FM. My name is Jala Emmanuel Nikki Kalufayela Kieng Barakbulu Nyale want to go. Subu woman ngana kukwila dafatema jabapunu Samanshang Greenfield. Thanks to my producer, Deborah Fofana, who has been here, always very supportive of this program. Have a good day from Monrovia. I'll see you when you see me again.